I don't know how I'm gonna do this, chat. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Classic WoW, at the time, S tier. Let me turn off eye tracker. There was no other game that could come remotely close to Classic WoW. Classic WoW was just way too good. Can we agree on that, chat? For its time, I think that was the best game ever. So I'm trying to change to some more mellow music. It's too hype. Mid? There's no way Classic WoW is mid. Full world exploration, so much to do, so much to explore. I loved it, dude. Vanilla was S for its time. S for its time. Vanilla's A at best here. I think if we play it again, like relaunch, it can be A, but I think it's a S. For its time, that was the best game ever. I think BC. Okay, I thought BC was good. If I play it again, I would put it on B, right? This is for the time me growing up, chat. When relaunch came out, BC definitely B or C. It was not that fun, but when it came out, it was a new Outland. You take a portal, you're going outside, you meet who is that guy? Trusty of boys. Danith. Danith was one of my favorite characters in Warcraft 2. I was happy to see Danith. We saw Khadgar. We saw Illidan, one of the coolest guys. And we got flying mounts introduced. And I felt like every class that needed one more ability, they got. Like Rogue got Shadow Step, right? And all the other class. Red Paladins got Crusader Strike. It kind of got a button that we needed. We don't have that anymore, right? But back then, every each expansion, we got something that the class really needed. And I thought that was really cool at the time. And Raid felt a lot better. Really cool. Again, if these were to come out now and I play it again, I would put this like this. But at the time, that is what I say. Wrath of the Lich King, classic. Amazing. Again, artist, new place. We take a boat. Beautiful new island, Northrend. Questing was fun. PvP was fun. If I look at it now, I don't think it's A. I think it's A, not S. But at the time, peak WoW for sure. Peak WoW for sure. I think Kata, generally speaking, unpopular opinion, I think the quest, the revamp, was a lot better than the original quest in Classic. I think Kata made questing a little bit more fun. I want to put it on S, but I don't think I enjoyed it much as these three when I was little. I will say there's good things and bad things though. Kata, Paladins were pretty hot. Kata is F? You think it's F? I don't think it's F. Like I said, unpopular take. I liked Vashir. People hate Vashir. I fucking loved Vashir. We crash on our boats. We're under the sea. The shamans give us some little bubble to breathe. And we like walk on water fast speed. And then we get a little seahorse. And like we whip the seahorse. And we fuck some mermaids. That was a blast. I liked it. Water level was fun for me. People hate it. I loved it, dude. I loved it. Kata was fun. Warlord of Draenor. I have a lot of bad memories. This is where I started complaining about the game a lot. I want to put it on S because Red was the most fun in Warlord of Draenor. But I hated Ashran. Ashran felt like a chore. This is where the chore started beginning. But the gearing system was still good in WoD. I liked the gearing system in WoD. But I didn't like Ashran. There was a lot of broken things. I know every other expansion had broken things. But I remember rogues having red buff killing spree. Warriors were broken. Turbo was broken in WoD. As a PP player, it was okay. But I think it's B overall. B overall, right? Best class design? Like I said, every expansion has its good and bad. C tier? No, I want to put B tier. Because again, I'm a huge WoW nerd. I played every Warcraft, Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3. All the heroes that came out in WoD, it was cool to see. I was bad chesting. I wish there was a little more of their story, but it was like Shadowland where the story was kind of mid-tier. Mr. Pandaria. Man, this was a hard one. Do I want to put it in S? It's like here. It's like between Kata and Wrath. I want to put it like middle here. We don't have a middle. Mr. Pandaria. I love the new island. I'll put it on S. I loved Pandaria. We went to Jade Forest. I had the best PvP. I had the best PvP experience with my friends. I was living with my brother and a friend named Paulo. And Horde and Alliance start on the same zone, right? Wait. Did I skip? I did skip. It was supposed to be the other way around. Wald was not supposed to be there. So in Wall of the Draenor, if you guys remember, Alliance starts... Where does Alliance start? I don't remember. Alliance and Horde starts in different area. Horde starts here. And Alliance starts on Shadow Moon. Okay. We have our garrison here. I remember that much. But they split us. Right? And I didn't like that at all. In Mr. Pandaria, we start on the same zone leveling. So you would clash into Horde and Alliance a lot. And I loved this as a PvP player. I had the most fun leveling in Mob with my friends. WoD, when they split us, I was disappointed. I got 0 world PvP. One of my favorite quests is also Raising the Serpent. In Jade Forest, there was a quest. I'm getting lost in these maps. There was a quest where you raise your dragon and you get to pick the gold one, the blue one, or the green one, I believe, right? I loved that quest. That was so cool. Picking your own dragon. And the little island, I had fun here too. PvP was generally good. The vendors were like on here. I remember Horde and Alliance would always fight in the middle right here. I had a great time in Panda. All my friends played too. Definitely had fun in Panda. Legion. Chat, am I rating all these too high? As much memes as there was in Legion and Warlocks being extremely broken, I had a fucking blast in Legion. Same thing with Wrath. I think the new character they introduced, Wrath DK questline, super fun. Demon Hunter questline, super fun. Demon Hunter design is A tier for sure. Super fun class. Not a lot of hold buttons, but each button feels like it does something cool, right? It's a simple class, but it's super fun. And every class got their own weapon, aka the artifact. And we had Mage Tower Challenge. Also, we had our own class mount. This is where it really shined on your class. As a Retribution Paladin, I loved the lore. Us getting to pick up Ashbringer, even though Tyrion died in vain, and I hated that he died. They shouldn't have killed him off, by the way. His death was very, very tragic. I hated his death. I hated his death, chat. But I had fun in Legion. Like I said, as much meme stuff there were in PvP, the expansion itself was fun for me. It was fun for me. You had to do a second version of this, but end of X-Pack as Murtic, not hype. That's true. I mean, WoW always at the end of the X-Pack, it's just dead because they're working on a new expansion, right? BFA. BFA was one of the most anticipated, most hype for me. But this is where I actually thought about quitting WoW. I'm going to give it a D tier, chat. It was a massive bait. The whole cover was Alliance versus Horde. they had this island expedition, which I thought was cool, but it died off because there was no rewards or ranking system. Kind of like a FF. If the developers give mid-tier rewards and it's not that competitive, it just dies off, man. It dies off. And Crystal Conflict, I think it was too easy. Everyone got rewards super easily and they all quit. Dude, my songs are monk-ass. Can I just get like Elwyn Forest music? Elwyn Forest music. There we go. Ah, what a beautiful day in Elwyn Forest. Yeah, I got hyped for nothing in BFA. Very disappointing. Corruption system sucked ass. I hated it. It broke everything. And PvP was very, very, very dry. I think we had a season where we got no update for like 8 months and people were pissed. So BFA kind of died. Shadowland? The thing is, every expansion, the start is always fun. Like the first 3 weeks is super fun. And then you learn about all the errors and mistakes they have. And they don't fix it, so people just end up hating it. Shadowland C tier? I think Shadowland is C tier. Very cool concept, very cool idea. I feel like the delivery was weak on the story. Everyone's confused. I don't think anyone has a great answer on the story unless they watch some sort of video from a YouTube channel. But if you learn the story off a YouTube channel, that means Blizzard did a terrible job with the story. Agreed, chat? Agreed. Worst villain of all time. No, I think Jailer was a cool villain, but they just didn't do the delivery correctly. SL is way worse than BFA. You think so? I didn't mind. I had fun with the Covenant stuff. As a rogue, I played Necro, and I had the little spear and the fleshcraft. The system was more fun than BFA for sure. BFA, the little circle slots, and the corruption, I hated that. I think the Covenant was a little bit more fun. I think people really got pissed because we couldn't change Covenant for a very long time. And that's where it started declining, right? People hated that. You're actually insane. You rank Torghast higher than Island Expos and Corruption. I think Tower was more fun than the Corruption Mask. The Mask was ass cheeks. Actually, they're on the same level, man. They're on the same level. I just thought Torghast was a little bit more fun because you got to spice it up. If you could compare with the Mask, at least Torghast, you get some powers to choose from, right? And it can add a little spice. I'm not saying it's the best. I hated Torghast. Don't get me wrong. Both D? You think both are D? No, I'm gonna put a C, chat. I'm gonna put a C. Hey, this is my opinion, chat. This is my tier list. My opinion, okay? Okay, how about I make another one after this? And then say if it was out now. If the game was out now with all the knowledge I have. If the game was now with the knowledge I have. I actually think Rat sucks asshole, chat. God, I feel like this is what I would do. I think this is what I would have, chat. This is accurate? Okay. But this is at its time, is what I'm saying, okay? Nah, BC was asshole, dude. I think this is what I would have, chat. This is completely true opinion. Yes, this is what I would do if I have the thought now, but at the time being when I was playing the game, this is what I would have. You should make an X-Pack tier list about class design. Oh, that's a long one though. Okay, let's do FF chat. I'm gonna be real with you. When I started FF, Realm Reborn. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad, chat. How about we do it here? I don't think Realm Reborn was... It was a little slow for sure. It kind of kicked off at the ending, but you're on a cliffhanger. I'll put it in C tier. Yeah. Next is Stormblood, right? Stormblood. No. The next is Heaven Sword. Dude, I remember everyone in the chat was like, please, Savix, go through ARR. Heaven Sword is gonna be amazing. You're gonna have a boner. There's a lot of video where they praise Heavenward. I'm gonna put it in B tier, chat. I'm gonna put it in B tier. I don't think it was that crazy. It was pretty bad, chess, but it wasn't too crazy. Hachi Fart, I love Hachi Fart. Don't get me wrong, chat. Let's not get it twisted. I think the story in Heavens was mid. Stormblood. This is hard. I like the FS story, chat. Stormblood. I'm gonna put it here. I like the Xenos. His servants, they were pretty badass. I did some of the raids. What are the raids called, chat? The one with like the lion and the bird. The little sea turtle brings you to all these like god monsters. I thought that was really cool. The Four Lords. I thought that was really cool. And who was the evil mommy milkers, chat? She was badass. The last fight was crazy. Guzu? Not Guzu. Suyu. Dude, I want to Suyu to live. And then the guy, the Gogetsu. I like that story. I liked it. Stormblood and Heavens, same. I like Stormblood a lot more than Heavens. Okay, Heavens was cool, but I think they're on the same tier. Shadowbringers. I think Shadowbringers is an S. I don't remember a lot of Shadowbringer stuff. I remember Endwalker so clearly. Shadowbringer? Chad, can you guys like remind me what happens in Shadowbringer? I think it's a little story of the masked wizards. Don't tell me the name. I know Scions. Scions. Oh, this is where they debate Gahara's death. Right? Emmet Selk. I liked Emmet Selk. I hated him at first, and I was wondering why everyone liked him, but he becomes a lovely character. Very good character development. I like him a lot. He likes me too. We can be gagey or something like that. Good story. I kind of wish... Unpopular take, but I wish Gahara died. I wish Gahara died. Because like what Maul says, you cried like a bitch. I cried like a bitch when Graha died. Just to find out minutes later that he's not dead and we're gonna resurrect him. That's kind of... I wish he just died off. Then I would be crying, sad. I'd think about it on my sleeve. It's like a double edge, right? It's cool that he lived and people that like him are happy, but I think in a great story, there must be sacrifices. Kind of like Gurren Lagann. You know what I mean? When there's... I won't say any spoilers, but when there are deaths, it builds, you know, a better story. Gotta have a little emotion attached to it. Lich King B tier? No. At its time, this is what I had, but this is like... If I think back at it now, is where I would place. I think Endwalker was an S. Endwalker, best story. I don't know if FF14 can ever top off Endwalker's story. Endwalker was fantastic. I always try to remember the last fight of Meteon and Xenos. Fantastic. Fantastic, dude. So good. You should watch Game of Thrones, man. Maybe I will in the future. Endwalker was a fantastic story, though. I really liked it. Really enjoyed it. And this is the tier list. Chat. What do you think? Without death, it feels weird after an apocalypse happened. I wish Endwalker there was more death too, but nobody died. I saw a lot of other people like crying when... I could talk about this, right? No one's gonna play FF in my chat. You guys are all WoW viewers. There's a part where each and every one of the character like dies, disappears. And there was people like crying like, no, don't die, etc, etc. I kind of knew they were gonna come back because they debated me and Shadowbringer and I wasn't gonna fall for it again. Like there's no way they're gonna kill off all those characters. So I didn't get sad because I knew what was coming. But I did get emotional when I saw Meteon. Meteon was a sad story. Yeah, that crap was... Yeah, that was too predictable. I wish there was more sacrifices in FFXIV. I will say though, WoW sacrifices sucks ass. Except for the King Varian one. I wish they did a little bit better with the sacrifices. I think Tyrion dying... That was the weakest story, chat. That was the weakest story I've ever seen. I hated that. And that is my tier list, chat. So this is when I'm first time playing. This is me looking back at it. I will say though, first time playing, I was bad chesting on FF. I was bad chesting in all of them. Except for Realm. Realm was like sleeper mode. Yeah, I think this is how I would do it if I could do it. First time playing, after playing. Right, every Lost Ark expansion. I haven't played everything. In fact, yesterday, Stoopzz messaged me. He's like, Savix, can I have your gems? And I gave all my gems to Stoopzz. I gave him 2 level 10 gems and 50k gold. And then when I logged on, Run Trains Candace in my chat, I don't know if he's here. He like stream sniped me and he kept begging for gold, man. The man keeps coming, he's like, Savix, let me have your gold. Let me have your gold, bro. I'm poor, give me your gold. I gave him like 25k. So I gave out everything and yeah, I don't think I'll... I did want to do Clown, but Stoopzz wanted to gem, so I gave it to him. PPC.